Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Conversations with Luciana, the house that Luciana has built, where everyone has a place at the table. If you're a new listener, I bring you greetings and salutations. If you are a returning listener, welcome back, family. Real talk on real issues, real life situations. Keep in mind, advice is never given, but opinions and a new perspective is always welcome. You can find me on most podcast streaming services as well as YouTube under Conversations with Luciana. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure to turn on your notifications to know when the next Conversation with Luciana are posted. My posting schedule is as follows: Motivational Monday, Inspirational Empowerment Tuesday, Open Forum Thursday, Coffee and Tea with Luciana on Sundays. YouTube exclusives are on Mondays and Saturdays. If you would like to submit a topic of conversation or be a guest on a podcast episode of Conversations with Luciana, email me at conversationswithluciana@gmail.com. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a good one. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fantasy, Fairytales, Fiction, Filters, and Foolishness 2022. Let's kick it off right. Have you seen what's on social media lately? They're already starting. Day 2 with the nonsense. What we're not going to do is do this. We're not going to do lies, misinformation as truth and facts. We're not doing this. This foolishness, we're going to leave it alone. We're not dragging this into the new year. Team 1 sent me something about these two people having conversation. One was in one city, the other person was in a different city, and they were talking about infidelity. And then they were saying, but we go home to each other. Just foolishness. I understand people want to be in open relationships. To me, you're not in a relationship. There's nothing open about being in a relationship. Either I'm with you or I'm not. Say that. But years ago, we had a conversation. Team 1 and I had a conversation about people cannot handle the truth. If you say it like, look, everything is great now, but there's going to come a time in our lives where you're not going to be enough. I'm going to have to go out and be entertained, be fulfilled somewhere else, but I'm always going to come back to you. You have to know that. That's it. When I'm out there, we are together, but not in that sense. Bills are going to be paid, right? You should be self-sufficient, but bills are going to get paid. I'm going to come home and lay next to you each night. We just not going to do none of that, because I'm not going to disrespect you like that by bringing that into our home. But you know what I'm doing, because I'm telling you what I'm doing. People can't handle that. And so now these young ones, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. You're nasty. Sit your ass down. You can't be swapping spit with everybody. I don't care what these celebrities try to make it seem. It's nasty. You're up there smelling like some rotten food, some trash, garbage. Garbage stinks, right? But it's foolishness. It's foolishness. New Year's Eve, you have people, as soon as it hit midnight, New Year Day, they popping off, not firecrackers, guns, shooting up in the air. Isn't that illegal? No, you have a neighbor shooting an AK-47 up in the air. Those bullets, let's go back to school. Logic, what goes up must come down. Bullets don't stay up in the air and just disappear. They have to come back. What foolishness are we doing? Every year they do the same thing. Shoot guns off. Why? Is this what we're doing now? Foolishness. Foolishness. People got all dolled up for New Year's Eve, put all those filters, got all that makeup done and the hair done and add it on, take it off, sucked yourself into that dress that couldn't fit, acting like you a big baller with the gold teeth in your mouth, out in the club, looking a hot mess. Nobody's wearing a mask. You putting on those filters, and you want me to believe that you're going to look like that on January 2nd? Some of y'all look like trash, and it's only day 2. But those filters, those filters that we put on, everybody on social media now have where your face can look clear. Instead of doing the work yourself, protecting your skin, eating right, getting enough sleep, you walk around looking like Sagatha and Hagatha sisters. Girl, and put a filter on. You're catfishing. That's what you're doing. They're catfish. They don't look like that. Now, you can tell people who have good skin. You can tell people because they take pride in their skin. We need to have what are those tutorials where we can tell you young people how to have good skin. Drinking water, getting enough rest, moisturizing, cleansing your face, I should say. Moisturizing. Nah, y'all just cake on the war paint and don't think we can notice that your skin underneath there, you see those, it's like Mars. You see those deep crevices when you go down there, those holes. I think I call them the dunes, Pismo Beach. You just smooth and all of a sudden, boom, you hit a big old, you fall down deep. That's what some of y'all got in y'all face, but those are filters. I see it all the time on social media. People want to pretend that they're like that with the nails. Now, I am going to get my nails done because I want to talk with my fingers, but it's just a cosmetic look. It makes me feel good. I don't need people to remind me and tell me those are not your real nails. I know they're not, but they look good. But I'm not putting no filter on my face. I'm not doing all that. We need to stop that. But people's lips, first they look like very skinny lips. Now all of a sudden they big and thick. Girl, sit down. We know that's not you. There was one celebrity, I don't know what her name was, but I seen her. I do know who her name is. I just want to call her out because she looked a hot mess. But I saw her, and she literally looked like the ghost of Christmas present because her face was like sunk in. I'm like, what is going on? We all know you over the age of 35. Yes, there are some that look amazing, and there's some that's putting the work in. But you know what? I have earned I don't have wrinkles, but I have earned every stretch mark because I gave birth to 3 kids. I have earned every wild gray hair that appears on my chin. I'm not trying to act like I ain't been through nothing. It's not written all over my face because I take care of my face, but it started at a young age. I am if one thing I have to say about me, I'm not paranoid. I'm very cautious about my health and my face. I always say to people, I don't want to be on 15 medications, and I don't want to have my face looking like it's been through hell. I'm not trying to do that, but I don't know what she was doing, but it made she look like Ghost of Christmas Present. And I'm like, well, damn. It's all fantasy. It's all fantasy. And I'm not even going to talk about celebrities. I'm going to talk about your cousin. I'm talking about your sister. I'm talking about your brother. I'm talking about your friend, your coworker. They live in that lie that they want you to believe that everything is perfect. They always got the latest and greatest thing. People are more concerned about what's in their bank account than what's in their heart. That's the foolishness that we're dealing with in 2022, which we're going to stop now. We're going to stop. We're not going to do that. We're not going to believe fiction over facts. We're not going to do that. We're not going to believe fairy tales. People give you the illusion that everything is great and fantastic. Days are like that sometimes, but there are some rough moments, but we are overcome, right? We are overcome by that. I don't want to hear nobody bashing on another segment of society. Enough with that foolishness. We had enough of it for 2 years. Respect everybody where they are at. Stop judging folks, because I'm a say a scripture, John 3:16, for God so loved the world, not a certain segment of society, that he sent his only begotten son. But people have taken that and weaponized that and say, well, this is my interpretation of what the word says. Stop doing that. Just like I don't want to hear every morning, when people say these, declarations, but then later on in the day, they cutting up and acting a fool. Well, you know better, you do better. I know y'all saying, Luciana, you cuss, you say things. Yeah, I do. I never said I don't, but I'm not with the foolishness. I'm not going to be one way and then the next day be a different way. I am me. You be you. You can be you. Be the best at being you. But this foolishness that we want to lump everybody together, stop doing that. Everybody's offended about everything. Everybody's upset. Damn, can we just take a break from being upset? You know what? What are we doing? What happened is social media has made its way to the mainstream of the forefront of our lives. And we think because what we do on social media really can translate, transform, transcends what we do in everyday life. Y'all gonna get enough with that foolishness. You do dumb shit on social media and it's a recording. It's a recording. It's video evidence. You don't think that somebody's going to play it back. They will, because people love to destroy other people. But we're not doing that in 2022. We're not with the foolishness. Now, I'm going to tell you something that was funny. Shelly is having surgery on her hand next week, and I'm concerned about her. Although sometimes, we butt heads. That's my mama. But this one was funny. My siblings decided that I could not handle her and her post-surgery recovery, although I'm here every single day. And I started to, no, I didn't. I didn't even get upset. I wasn't about to do this foolishness no more. You can say whatever you want to say and do whatever you want to do, but you don't speak for me. You don't speak for me, but that's what they do. I'm not doing that in 2022. I'm not arguing with folks. You don't know me, but you think you know me. But if you bring it to me, I'm going to let you know. You don't know me like that, homie. Don't believe a lie and be damned. But that's what it is. It's foolishness. Everybody want to speak for everybody, but everybody don't want to take everybody's responsibility. You have a responsibility when you're on social media, what you portray out. You do. You have one. You can't live in Fantasy Island. You know what? Don't think that shit ain't going to come back. It will come back, and it can come back at the wrong time. You know what? You're laying money all over the bed like you a big baller. When I know for a fact you got your check. There was this one guy that used to do this years ago. He would get his check. He would go to the bank and he would get like $200 in ones, a couple of 20s, a couple of 10s, and a couple of hundreds, right? And he would walk around with a big bankroll. That was before social media. But he portrayed like he was something that he was not. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't care for you back then. I wasn't impressed with you back then. And I'm damn sure not impressed with you right now. But that's what they do. It's the foolishness. New Year's Eve, there were people doing donuts or something. You can hear. We live up on a hill, and you can just hear down, because there used to be a mall, and they were spinning out, doing donuts. They were doing all this type of stuff. And it's like, are we still doing this? When are you going to grow up? Why would you weaponize your vehicle like that? Why would you destroy your tires? Why would you destroy property that's not really yours? Go to your neighborhood and do that. Go in front of your house. Wake up your kids, your grandmother, your mother, because you probably live with one of them, because you're not a grown adult. Because a grown adult will not do stuff like that. You're making all that noise pollution. That's that foolishness. I'm not doing that. This one girl is on social media, TikTok actually, and she was violently shaking her baby and arguing with the child's father. You know, that type of foolishness where we're viewing that, we're looking at that. You know, again, I never forget this reel that I saw. They said, I am so glad that social media wasn't around when I was growing up because of the dumb shit I was doing. There's no video evidence. There used to be stories. You know, there used to be stories that you would tell, and people would be there. They would act like they were in the moment. Now y'all put all y'all shit on video, and everybody knows what you're doing. And I'm just like, wow, we really are into the fantasy, the filters, the fiction, and the foolishness, right? That's what, it's foolery that we are doing. You want to do the unthinkable, the unimaginable, and call it art or call it truth. You know, we're not doing this. I'm telling you, last night I happened to be, because I injured my hamstring and I have my leg up, and I was watching TV just to see what was on. I think I was watching the movie Equalizer, which I love, which is a great movie. Denzel Washington is in it. Fantastic movie. Even the villain, even the guy that played the villain was excellent. He was, you know, because some people are like that. If you ever had a time, go back and watch The Equalizer. And the villain was very cold, calculated, but determined to carry out the assignment. There was no back and forth. There was no, oh, I'm for you, but then I'm really against you. Wasn't none of that. It's a great movie. You have to watch it. Most people claim to be like that, but they're not. They with the nonsense, with the foolery, because as soon as something happens, adversity happens, they crumble like a cookie, just fall apart. But I was watching just that movie, and then it went off, and there was a whole bunch of other shows that were coming on, and it was like the amount of trash that's being produced on television is an embarrassment. It truly is embarrassment. It's like people have taken someone's life, wrote about it, and put it on TV. That's fantasy. That's not reality. And some people have taken it and actually tried to incorporate that in their daily life. It is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. I do know. I keep saying I don't know, but I do know, because I know I get a paycheck. But I'm just saying, you know, there was an old saying with this lady, her name was Charlene. She would say, when you told her, oh, I don't know, she said, who is I don't know, and do they get a paycheck? I thought that was funny. But with the foolishness, stop it. Stop it. All these things that you see and people tell you, people will only tell you the good part. They're not going to tell you about the sacrifice, the suffering. They're not going to tell you about that. You know, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by everything that you see. It's not reality. It's reality TV. That's what it is. And some of people, your next door neighbor, your cousin, I have people in my family that, you know, oh, they have their master's degree in this and that. Come to find out, they ain't got nothing. They looking at you, well, how did you hustle up there? What do you mean, how did I hustle to get my car? I worked. That's how I got it. But that's what they do. I don't deal with people like that. I'm tired of people who always think what's best for you. You know, they can suggest, but they can't tell you what's best for you. You should already know that, right? You should already know that. Enough with the foolishness that we are doing. We're not bringing it. I'm telling you, one of my things, my declaration, not resolution, my declaration for 2022 is I'm not sitting there with the lies, videotape, and bullshit. I ain't doing it. If you bring it, I'm going to be like, exit stage right. I got to go. I'm not doing that. I'm not entertaining that. I said this to somebody last year, which was a couple of days ago. They said something negative. I told you, my New Year beginning started in 2021. It's carried over to 2022. They said something. Why you dogging me? That's what they said. I hit back. This is what we're not going to do. We're not going to end the year with this. We're going to leave it right here. You have a good, prosperous 2022. I'm not doing it. And I left it right there. They couldn't clap back. They couldn't do anything but say, Happy New Year. Because I wasn't going to do that. I'm not with the foolishness. And you shouldn't be either. Stop doing it. Stop allowing this to be the new thing. They not going to change. They not want to change. Stop it. Cut the reels off, the social media off, the television off. Be in your own thoughts. Make up your mind that you going to do something about you. This is not happening. We're not living on Fantasy Island. We got to come home where bills need to get paid. I need to interact with people to get what I need. I need to help my fellow man. I don't need to be told what to do by people that are not doing what they're supposed to do. I don't need a celebrity to tell me, oh, I just had a baby. All of a sudden, in 2 weeks, I lost all that weight. Damn it, I carried that baby for 9 months. I ate everything I wanted to eat. That baby is out of me. I'm recuperating. Damn, I'm going to still eat to be healthy, but I'm in no rush to get to pre-baby because somebody going to try to do it and end up killing themselves. I'm not doing all that. Enough with the foolishness. Think for yourself. I'm going to leave you with this. There was a video. I'm going to talk about this video because it's true. The little baby was trying to put her seatbelt. Worry about your own self. Worry about your own self. No, thank you. Just drive. Just drive. Worry about your own self. Stop entertaining the foolishness, the bullshit, the nonsense, the stuff that don't matter to you. Exit stage right. See you on the other side. I'm out. Peace. Thank you for listening to another podcast episode of Conversations with a Luciana. I look forward to speaking with you again. Until then, be kind to yourself and others. Make every day your best day. Stay encouraged and press forward, for the best is yet to come. Peace, and I'm out. Let's go.